In a house on a hill lives Ella McDowne. She lives all alone, overlooking the town. When Ella was young, before she could speak, she was left at the door with a kiss on her cheek. Her father, you see, is a business investor. He didn't have time for Ella to pester. So in that house on a hill, with just her cat Molly, Ella grew up without even a dolly. She read lots of books, Shakespeare and Dickens, and learned how to knit a scarf, hat, and mittens. But even with all of her talents and skills, Ella never went out of her house on the hill. With each day that passed, she only grew lonely, until all she could think was, if only, if only. If only her life was as exciting as books, with romance and intrigue and capturing crooks. She made up her mind, she'd leave her small home. She'd go and explore, the city she'd roam. The buildings were tall, and they only grew taller. With each step she took, Ella felt a bit smaller.
Well,
said she,
I'm going to have fun. I'll see the whole city and soak up some sun.
She passed stores and vendors, she passed sights unseen. She stared up in shock at Jack's magic bean.
Where are the giants?
She asked a man with a cap.
Chicago is the Bears. Everyone knows that.
She strolled down the sidewalk and was surprised when she came upon a group of headless horsemen. No horses were found near the men with no brains. No horses, no pumpkins for Ichabod Crane. She went to the zoo and saw with delight creatures with fur, with scales, and with stripes. They sat behind fences in tanks and a cage, ignoring the world, although on a stage. When Ella grew hungry, she went out to eat. She felt sore and tired and longed for a sweet.
What can I get you?
The girl popped her gum.
A cool drink of water and a ripe purple plum?
The waitress stared as if Ella was crazy. Ella's face started burning and the cafe grew hazy.
If you don't have a plum, I'll have a roast pheasant. Some berries and nuts would also be pleasant.
With a pop of her gum and a formidable frown, the waitress grew angry with Ella McDowne.
If you're making a joke, don't waste your time. I've had a long day of serving slime.
I'm really quite hungry. It wasn't a joke. If you don't have those options, I'll have an egg yolk.
With a stomp of her foot and a frustrated squeak, she pointed a finger.
Get out of here, freak!
Ella started to cry and jumped with a start. She ran from the room and went to the park. She felt rather lonely, although not alone.
If the world is this crazy, I'd rather go home.
As soon as she said it, she knew it was true. The world had its problems, but at home she had few. She walked up the hill and with each step felt taller. Before life was boring, but now it had color. So in that house on the hill stayed Ella McDowne, at peace and alone, overlooking the town.